everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know I'm complaining about this background, but I'm exhausted. Guys, I'm really exhausted. After 30 years of suffering, they finally put me on thyroid medication. And I think it takes 4 to 6 weeks to kick in, so hoping it works. I was also put on another diabetic drug. I had an allergic reaction to it, so they took me off of that. But I'm tired. It's also been a stressful week so far. Yeah. So I finished 3 books last week. The first one was Borrowed Crime by Laurie Cass. It is book 3 in the Bookmobile library book, just Bookmobile cat mystery. This is about a girl who finds a cat. Well, the series is about a girl who finds a cat, or the cat follows her home. She's starting a bookmobile. She's trying to get funding for it. She's the only one who drives it. And she relies on volunteers to help her. In this one of the volunteers dies at a gas station that they're pulled over to eat lunch at. And everybody's kind of blaming her, but kind of not, because it happened on her bookmobile and it's a thing. So I gave it a 4. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a cute series. Eddie the cat just kind of gives his 2 cents in meows, and yeah, it's cute. So then I finished Hell on Wheels by Julie Ann Walker, and it's the first one in the Black Knights Inc. series. And I thought it was about a motorcycle gang, and it's more like a special ops that kind of uses a motorcycle garage as their headquarters. Like, that's their front, I guess you'd say. And this is about, it starts off with Allie's brother Greg passing away, and Nate has to come and tell them. Nate is his best friend, and he works with them with the special ops. There's something that Nate feels responsible for. So Greg has always told Nate, my sister's off limits. Nate likes his sister, but he respects his friendship. Allie has always liked Nate. So 3 months after Greg's passing, she gets mugged, and she doesn't know what's going on, and so she flees to I think this takes place in South Carolina, or is it North Carolina? And the Black Knights are in Chicago. So she takes off to Chicago and tries to get them to figure out what's going on, because she knows there's something else going on. And things spiral from there. They find out about Greg. They find out about a whole bunch of stuff. So I gave it a 4. I really enjoyed it. And then the other book I finished, which I was kind of hoping to like it more. Unfortunately, I didn't. And it's Linden Falls by Joshua Hershey. Thank you to the author for sending it to me. I gave it a 3. I felt this could have been a lot longer. There is so much action and so many characters that I don't think it did it justice. And I think the characters could have been fleshed out more. To me, they were a little flat. You don't really get to see them as characters. It's just this mission that they're on. And it starts off with Mabel and her 2 friends are going back to her grandmother's, Mabel's grandmother's house, because she had passed away and she wants to get this book. She opens this book, and they get, her and her one friend get tossed into this other world. And Mabel has to make a choice between choosing the door on the left or choosing the one on the right, good or bad. She makes her choice, and she's got a mission to go on. There was one part in here that it was, they were traveling and had to stay in an inn overnight, and you kind of get a sense of relief. And I liked that part a lot. And it was just a short part, because there is so much action in this book. It's just non-stop from start to finish, virtually. I also got confused a little bit because he, like if he's talking about Eva, he'll say the lady or Eva in the next sentence. And then when he's talking about Mabel, it'll be the girl or Mabel. And when you first get that, it's jarring because you think there's more characters in the scene than there are. So that was kind of an issue. But the writing was good. The story was there. I just think it could have been longer and more elaborated on, if that's the words. Because this is a standalone fantasy. It wasn't even 300 pages. So I think it definitely could have stood to be longer. That was my main gripe. So, currently reading. I'm currently reading 2 books. I've just barely started this one to the point where you're just pretty much introduced to the people. And that's Interpretation by Dylan Callens. And on Goodreads, this also goes by a different book, or a different name. It's, let's see, it's How to Something. How to Enslave a Human. So, but the author, and thank you to the author for sending this to me, he sent this to me a while ago because he is a somewhat local author. He's in the next biggest town over, or city over. But this is, a boy thinks his dad's trying to kill him, so his dad runs away. And he meets a woman. Like I said, I've just read the first chapter, so I don't know exactly what's happening, but it is futuristic. Like it's science fiction, so it's futuristic. And then I'm almost finished. 4 Past Midnight by Stephen King. I'm on the last story. My favorite so far has been the 3rd story, which is The Library Policeman. And then The Langoliers, which was the first story. And then the 2nd story was Secret Window, Secret Garden. And it was kind of okay. So yeah, I'm like almost finished. And this is just 4 short, I wouldn't say they're short stories because they are quite long, but they're shorter than a novel. So, The Langoliers is about a bunch of people on a plane that get thrown into an alternate universe. Secret Window, Secret Garden is about an author who is being accused of plagiarism. The Library Policeman is a scary library policeman if you don't bring your books back on time. And the last one is Sundog, The Sundog. And I only read the first chapter and it was like 2 pages. And it was like 3 pages. Oh yeah, a kid gets a Sun 660 Polaroid for his birthday, and it always just takes the same picture. And they can't figure out if it's a defect or what. And then, to finish off my challenges this month, I will be picking, oh, no, sorry, I did start reading a 3rd. Janet Ivanovich's Heart 8, and this is book 8 in the Stephanie Plum series. She's a bounty hunter. And this case is her parents' neighbor's granddaughter goes missing with her great-granddaughter. There's a custody battle, sort of. That's about all I know. I only read like 10 pages. And then the book I will be reading, or starting this week, is First to Die by James Patterson. It's book 1 in the Women's Murder Club. My mom loves these books. She's up to the latest one, which is, I think, 22. I don't know why my bookmark is stuck back there, because I haven't started it yet. But it's about I think it's a reporter. They're all friends. One is a homicide inspector, a medical examiner, assistant DA, and a reporter. They're all friends, and I know they work on cases or something. But oh, and I love his short chapters. There's like 100 and some chapters in this book, which makes things go by so quickly. So that is what I'm planning. That's what I've read, what I'm reading, what I plan to read. Like I said, I'm exhausted. I'm extremely stressed out. I'm extremely tired. If you can hear my voice, I'm getting over a sickness. We don't know if it was COVID or not. We didn't test. We didn't have any tests. But it was all the symptoms of COVID, the new one. My son had it. He gave it to me. I still have it. He's fine. My husband's not quite getting it, so we don't know. But yeah, so I think this is time to say goodbye. I will talk to you soon, and I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Bye.